Alright, what's up guys?
What's
Monday.
Monday. Damn. Monday na. Ayos! Monday na.
Monday. Nahirapan talaga ako tumayo sa kama kanina.
Bakit? Pag Monday.
Pagod na. Oo, pag Monday. Iba talaga eh.
Bakit? Ano ba meron sa'yo kapon? Ano ba Sunday kapon ah?
Oh, may pretty huge kami kahapon eh.
May game kayo kapon. Yeah.
Ang ina, nahirapan kami sobra kay Noah.
Noah Webb. Hindi siya naglaro nung naglaro kami.
Tsaka dumating yung dalawang import nila eh.
Sino? Import sila?
Mayroon pare, 3 yung naka-line up nila. Hype na yan.
Lang yan, liga talaga yan. Grabe talaga. Cage match nga.
Oo
Cage
pare,
match
sobra.
Cage match
Tapos
nga.
yung dalawang import nila comes from the same group daw as yung nagmamanage kay Ange ata.
Oh.
So, and then one of them, I'm not sure if the both of them are with Ateneo right now. So, isa sa kanila papalit kay Ange.
Ay, ako. Hindi naman nila kailangan na papalit kay Ange. Kailangan nila na papalit sa point guard.
Oo nga.
Okay. Wait. Ano bang kwento natin ngayon? Parang wala naman. Kahapon nag-hosting lang ako sa Valenzuela. Shout out to everyone from Valenzuela. Sobrang grabe yung suporta.
Mga solid yung event ah.
Grabe yung suporta doon ni Mayor-elect Wes Gatchalian. I mean, mga Gatchalian naman very supportive of their basketball over in Valenzuela. Tapos nagkaroon lang ng parang nirecognize nila yung mga athletes nila na talagang nag-SEA Games, nagko-compete. Tapos yung best from different sports. So doon si Almond Masotros, and Jerry Esplana, inano nila sa Valenzuela. Tapos nagkaroon ng Legends Game. The usual, PBA Legends Game. Tapos nandun na si Mark Pingris. Sabi ko,
wow!
Kaka-retire mo lang. Sabi ko, kaka-retire mo lang. Rumaraket ka na. Pero yeah, Mark Pingris was there.
Tapos sa PSL eh.
Tapos sa PSL, pwede na siya. Rico Meyerhofer was there.
Ooh.
So yung mga yun. It was fun naman. It was fun. Pero tatlo yung hinost ko. Kaya uwing-uwi na ako after that. Pasensya na. Right after nung buzzer, bro. Kasi magsisimula na magpa-picture lahat, di ba? Alam mo yan? And obviously, hindi naman ako kasing crowd ng mga yun. Pero meron. So talagang umexit na ako talaga pag-buzzer.
Fresh exit.
Umexit na ako, guys. Sorry talaga sila to. May mga nakahabol pero sa mga hindi, sorry talaga.
Kasi parang aaga ng call time mo dun eh, no?
Bro, 8:30 nandun na ako. 12 hours ako dun, literal. Tapos may 2-hour break between the first event and the next event bago kami blocking and all that. So, nag-bought pa ako kasi sabi ko, saan ako mag-stay? So, wala na, nag-gym na ako doon kasi bago yung arena nila doon.
Solid ah. Nakita ko nga yung story.
Sobrang dati. So, nag-bought na lang ako doon. And then, yan, umuwi na ako. So, PBA happened yesterday. 3x3 has been going crazy sa
I heard.
UAAP and then ngayon sa Thailand. Yung mga pretty huge, di ba? We don't want to talk about it that too in-depth kasi hindi naman talaga tayo. We just know the players
na napapanood.
Hindi natin napapanood. Pero yeah, yun yung nangyari ng weekend. Very chill weekend. So, pero since nag-PBA na, kagulo na to the coming weeks.
Ito na. Babalik na tayo ulit sa mga everyday talaga na basketball topic. But first of all, we'd like to ever since na sinabi mo na lahat na magpapa-shoutout dumaan sa out ko, yung requests ko naman yung pumuputok. Okay, pero okay lang guys. Just keep it coming kasi nakikita ko naman yung lahat. Okay, so shout out to Yuri Gabriel Masdal.
Balak pa shout out lahat. Ay, hindi titigil yan. Nako, hindi titigil yan.
Gertrude De Leon, Waki Duran, Carl Sampaga, Nikon Cariaga, who stays in Paris and all the swish and handles, and the Philippine ballers in Paris in France. And also to former UST Growling Tiger, Chester Taylor, who is listening from Australia. Thank you so much for your support, idol.
Solid.
Tapos itong ginagawa na rin tayong kinukuha na rin tayo parati ng advice, pare.
Advice. Meron ba tayong advice, ano? Dapat may segment tayo, advice eh.
Ito si Vince Ilagan, nag-message sa akin, Kuya Javi, give a short motivation to those people na laging bangko sa liga na nawawala ng rhythm at kumpiyansa sa laro.
Hanap na kayo ng ibang gagawin. Joke lang. It happens, man. At the end of the day, ang basketball, may role din yung mga
Oo.
bangko, guys. Like, literal, may role din yan. Kasama yan sa roles yung bangko. Because yung bangko, to be honest with you guys, your role is to bring positivity to the team. Because if magmumukbok kayo sa gilid,
wala.
Hindi kayo nakakatulong sa team ninyo. So, if you really watch the teams na buong buo, like Ateneo, well, from what we see in public, from what we see, I don't know sa private, pero like sina Noah Webb, si Pio Longa before, like yung mga bangko, meron ding role yan. So, it's not something, I'm not saying naman na dyan ka na forever, but you have to continue to get better. Pero never ka mawawalan ng gana. Kasi, never ka mawawalan ng gana.
Ako, for me, being a bench player also na nung high school especially and also in college, kayo yung nagpapahirap sa mga starters eh. So, importante rin naman talaga yung trabaho nyo.
Importante talaga.
And if you're looking to build your confidence and build your rhythm, laro ka lang ng laro, hanap ka lang ng ibang liga.
Tama yun, bro.
Tapos, doon nagsisimula yun eh. So, just find other avenues for you to use your talent and maybe, hopefully, in the future, doon sa main team mo, magamit ka na.
May kwento ako sa nag-Blackwater ako. So, I played Blackwater D-League. Ang Alan Mangaas yung top point guard namin. So, obviously, oras. Hiram Bagatsing nandun, Bakon Austria, Jericho Cruz, Kevin Ferrer, Justin Chua. So, pupunta akong practice doon. Bro, as in, akit baba ako, reserve, 15th man or 12th man, reserve. Ganun lang ako. Hindi ako nagamit. Siguro sa buong season namin na yun, mga 3-4 na game lang ako nagamit. Tapos sa practice, like, wala akong kumpiyansa. But, I would practice there during the day kasi syempre mga mga 1 PM ang practice namin dun eh. So I have all classes sa morning, practice ako 1 PM, pahinga ako, tapos practice ako ng 4-5 sa UP. Grabe naman yung kumpiyansa ko pagdating ko sa UP. Talagang, kalaban ko kaninang umaga si Alan Mangas eh. Ngayon, at that time si Diego Dario ata o si Asilum. So obviously younger. So yun yung gagawin mo, kumuha ka ng kumpiyansa sa labas, tapos dali mo dun. It doesn't mean na pag-star ka sa labas, pagdating mo doon, star ako. Hindi. Bench ka doon, do your role, pahirapan mo yung starters in a healthy way. Kasi ang pinaka-ayoko yung bangko na toxic. Yun ang
yung tipong maninira parate.
Oo, yung talagang may pinapatunayan akong I'm better. No. Hindi yun ang dapat focus mo. Focus mo is pagalingin mo yung kakampi mo. Hindi mo siya kalaban. Once pumasok sa utak mo that you want to outplay him, hurt him, to get his spot, hindi mo na siya tinutulungan.
Okay pa yung trash talkan eh. Okay pa yung trash talkan. Pero wag mo naman saktan kasi puta teammate mo yan eh. Puta paano pag may injury yan, di ba?
Yan yung ginagawa ni Diego Dario na sobrang galing niya. Kaya tuloy-tuloy siya. Kahit hanggang ngayon, tuloy-tuloy siya. He may not be a starting point guard, pero he gets a practice player gig. Because when he was a rookie and I was the senior, parang bakbakan kami niya ni Diego, pero healthy. As in, may score kami one-on-one. Like, nung time na yun, pinapanis-panis ko pa siya na yun. Ngayon, hindi na. Pero nung time na yun, he wasn't fazed by kahit kainin ko siya buong practice. The next day, ganun ulit. So, ganun lang ang dali nyo lagi. Pag bangko naman, wala yan. It's not something na you should stop playing or what. Just, kumuha ka ng basketball outside of your current team. Tapos, dali mo dun.
Ayun. Okay. Next.
Ito, meron pa.
Meron pa, bro. Sabi ni Joms Elias, Sir Javi, I'm an avid fan of your podcast ni Sir Mikey. Di ako makatulog hanggat di ko kayo napapakinggan and I learned a lot. Hopefully, mabigyan mo ko little advice on coaching. I'm handling a varsity team sa school namin, ages 15 to 17 years old. Any advice, tips? Baguhang coach pa lang ako and sana ma-shoutout din ako sa podcast.
Well, from my experience, be a player's coach. Syempre, player's perspective ako.
Yeah.
So be a player's coach. Adjust to
especially at that age, no?
Oo, ito yung lagi kong pinipreach eh. Bigay mo yung gusto ng player. Kasi pag ikaw naman ang hihingi, ibibigay sa yung player. You have to meet halfway. I've been with coaches whom I've met halfway with. I've been with coaches whom talagang susundin mo siya kahit anong mangyari. And to tell you frankly, I'm the type of player na I'm more comfortable na meet halfway tayo. Bigay mo yung gusto ko, bibigay ko yung gusto mo. Because at the end of the day, hindi yan kung sino yung bida, kung sino yung authority. Of course, may authority, but You need us also, yung player. Kailangan mo ko to play my 100, kumbaga to play my best for us to win. So hindi rin pwede na para kang ang tawag mo doon? Hitler? Dictator na parang ito ang gusto kong mangyari.
Oo.
Paano pag ayaw maglaro ng player mo? So hindi ka rin mananalo. Exactly. So kailangan you gotta find the right balance na kailangan manalo. Mangyayari yung gusto mo, pero makukuha din ng player yung gusto nila. Kasi I'm sure lahat naman, especially yung players third coaches, yun yung medyo may perspective silang player sila. So, kaya yun yung mga talagang coaches na gustong-gusto kong pinapanood or nagiging coach.
And I'm sure natatapos na rin yung era ng sobrang old school na dictatorship and all that. Kaya ito yung, I forgot to mention this to me na si Coach Pido, sobrang hirap lang daw magpa-ensayo. But pagdating ng game, sobrang
piyansa.
He gives confidence talaga to the players. Talagang, oy, kaya mo to. Kahit si Japs, puta, sinasabi ko, Japs, mas-shoot.
Yun talaga ang importante. Ang pinakapangit yung hipokrito. Yun ang ayoko. Yung pag nakaka-shoot ka, pag mintis, mali yung ginawa mo bigla. It's the same exact shot, the same exact play, pero nung na-shoot ko, pinakapaka mo ko, nung hindi ko na-shoot, binangko mo na ako. Yun ang pasa ko doon. Ayun talaga pinakayoko. I admire coaches whom the result of the shot can vary, but you allow the player to play.
Yeah.
Kasi doon din naman makakuha ng kumpiyansa yun na kahit magmintis ako, hindi ako matatakot na lalabas ako, papagalitan ako. Lalo na yung mga superstar ninyo. Yun, lalo na, kung may superstar ka, maximize din nyo. Lalo na sa age na yan, bro, 15 to 17.
Mismo.
May nagsistand out lagi dyan eh.
Meron
so pag
talaga.
ikahon mo yung nagsistand out, hindi ka mananalo. Diba? So,
tsaka parang sinasayang mo lang yung talent. Kumbaga,
sayang talaga.
You're stunting the growth of the athlete.
You know what? Sorry napatagal to pero my dad coached Xavier. Yan, sakto yan yung age na yan, 15 to 17. Yan, ano yan, di ba? Pa 4th year high school.
Oo.
And his mindset, although of course Xavier, lagi na nanalo ang Xavier, di ba? His mindset was, ang importante sa akin is, at this age, ire-ready ko yung players ko, umabot ng UAP NCAA. So si Jeron Teng nun, si Jet Manuel, si Kyle Slau, si Jarrell Lim, iba yung kumpiyansa. That's my dad's mindset na parang hindi ko naman madadala lahat itong 15 na to. Hindi naman lahat mag-UAP dito NCAA. So titignan niya sino yung mga superstar niya. Nung 4th year si Jet, okay, ito papadala ko tong UAP. Okay, padala niya UAP. Yung sunod ko, Jeron Teng, papadala to. Lasal. Yung sunod ko, Kyle Slau, papadala ko tong UP. Yung sunod ko, Jarrell Lim, papadala ko tong UP. So, yun yung mindset ng ganong age. Development. You may not win or win chips. No one remembers that, bro.
Yeah.
At that age, pare, kung coach ka sa age na yon, no one remembers.
Tsaka lalo na kung hindi ka naman NCAA or UAP junior.
No one, especially kung nandun ka sa teams na dinedevelop mo para pumunta UAP NCAA. No one remembers.
Wala.
My dad actually lost a chip. Yung 4th year ni Jeron Teng, talo sila sa Chonglian. But, they don't remember that shit. Ang naalala nila is, ito yung coach ni Jeron Teng nung high school. No one remembers the chip. Pero yung dinevelop niya para pumunta doon, yun ang naaalala. So yung, if wherever you're coaching, kung sino mapadala mo sa UAP at eventually maybe sa PBA, yun ang magiging championship mo. So don't worry masyado dun sa kailangan manalo, kailangan mo sumikat na kailangan manalo. No. Padala mo mga to sa UAP NCAA. And then, pag in-interview yung mga yan, thank you pagdating doon. Thank you dun sa coach nila. So, iba-iba naman yan. Pero iba siyempre pag UAP NCAA ka, yun siyempre, kailangan mo manalo. Diba? Kailangan mo mag-champion, pare.
Ibang usapan din.
Ibang usapan yan. Alright. Okay.
Let's move on over to the PBA Awards.
PBA Awards.
Yesterday.
Dami nating hater joke lang, wala naman. Joke lang, wala naman.
Kaya nga di na ako tumingin sa YouTube eh.
Ako rin pare, kinakabahan ako. Honestly, again, he deserves it. But, damn, alam mo naman ang toxicity ngayon pag hindi tumama yung prediction mo, parang pinako ka sa cruise na parang, sabi na niyo. Nung nag-second mythical si Berto, pare sabi ko, nako, eto na. Okay, sorry, let's start from the start.
Okay. Sportsmanship Award goes to Kevin Alas. mean, one of the nicest guys in the league naman talaga.
Matic
naman siguro to.
Yeah.
This was, tumama ako dito. Most improved player, Mami Chongson. Very well deserved.
Bucket getter, man. I can't wait for Wednesday, man. I'm watching on Wednesday. Okay.
Ano oras laro sa Wednesday?
3.
Ang kalaban nila is...
NLEX Terra Firma. Gusto mo ba?
Okay, pwede. Sige.
Hindi nga. Gusto mo?
Oh, game mo.
Sige, hindi ako isa pang ticket. Okay, game.
Okay.
And then after nun, San Miguel, Phoenix.
Okay.
Tapos
That's a good game also. Actually, I'm really looking forward to this season. Anyway, mamaya we'll get into that. All defensive team, Kelly Williams, Gio Halalon, Arwin Santos, Cliff Hodge, and Chris Ross. No surprises here.
Wait lang Boss, 6 tickets pala. Kumabol, happy. Ano Boss Ronald? Okay. Alam naman di tayo bigyan ng ticket ni Boss Ronald. Hawak niya lahat yan. Okay, anyway, sorry. Ano yung sabi mo? Sorry.
All defensive team, Kelly Williams, Arwin Santos, Gio Halalon, Chris Ross, Cliff Hodge. No
Matic yung
surprises
tatlo.
here.
I mean like, yung age nila, peak nila yan Matic. Hindi, actually si Chris Ross, medyo Pero like, you hear what I'm saying, they're still defenders. Pero yung dalawa, bro, nothing but excellence there, bro.
Kelly and Arwin, no?
Kelly and Arwin, pare. Grabe.
And to think Kelly came out of retirement.
Oo, bro. And Arwin was traded.
You would think na after Arwin was traded from San Miguel, parang bababa.
Pwede siyang tamarin
Oo, pwede na siya mag-relax Kumbaga parang, dami na ako napanalo. I mean, I don't really have to play a lot anymore. But I think also, the challenge siya. Kasi, wala rin naman masyado siyang kapalitan dyan Siya mismo yung lead power forward dyan
pare. Kumbaga, he could have, ayoko na. Like, just collect the check.
Yeah.
Okay na ako. Diba? I mean, Arwin Santos na ako kahit anong mangyari. But man, to be first team all defense at 42, tapos si Kelly lang taon na.
Ganyan na rin.
Ganun na rin. Malamang kasi magkabatch sila, diba? Or late 30s at the max.
Yeah.
At the minimum. So, grabe man. Like, nothing but. Iba 42 years old.
That is just exemplary professionalism.
At naman hindi doon.
At its finest.
Mythical ka na sa depensa. Mythical ka pa sa
Mythical
opensa.
ka pa. Utang ina, yun na nga
sorry. Anyway, congratulations to those 5.
Yeah. A Rookie of the Year, Mikey Williams. Of course.
Talaga? Shit. Okay. Next.
Second mythical team, Ian Sanggalang, Matthew Wright, CJ Perez, Christian Sanhardinger, and Robert Bolick.
Na Joel Embiid si Bolick. Yun lang yun, guys. Na Joel Embiid siya. Na Joel Embiid si Robert Bolick. Like, in all honesty, kung hindi man siya MVP, mythical first team siya, pare. Karang Joel Embiid yan talaga. As in, exactly like Joel Embiid. And I still am confused as to why Scottie is a guard.
Yeah.
It would have made more sense to me if he was a forward and Matthew Wright was the guard. So, kung forward si Scottie, pwede sana na tatlong MVP candidate nandun sa first team.
Kasi it's really weird for me to put an MVP candidate on your second.
Weird talaga. Sa NBA ba sino? Jokic tsaka si Jokic lang ang first team. So center sa
position.
Kaya wala si Embiid.
By position talaga sila dun.
So they couldn't make Embiid a 4.
Hindi.
Okay. Dito kasi dalawa lang, guard forward. Pwede sana mag-forward si Scottie. No one would bat an eye if they made Scottie a 3.
Of course.
So it could have been, okay, sorry, mamaya na si Bolick, but Matthew Wright obviously deserve Ian Sanggalang. Sino pa?
Calvin.
No, second team.
Sa second team, si CJ Perez. Tsaka si Stan.
Okay, Matic. Anyway, si Bolick lang naman dun yung parang, pwede sa first to
Oo.
Diba? So, pwede, sana, no one would have bat an eye if ginawa nilang 3 si Scottie, 4 si Calvin. But this is the question. Sino yung bababa mo?
Yun na nga Yun rin yung
Ako
problema.
talaga, sorry ba, guys, I know y'all gonna hate me, but if you made me choose between Junmar and Arwin, we're talking about this past season, Arwin, bro. Parang feeling ko nalagay dun nalagay dun si JMF because he's the winner by default.
Yeah, no, because parang you would think na 6-time PBA MVP, 'di ba? Dominated the past 6 years. So, even if his game was relatively subpar to what he usually
parang yung
puts out,
ano niya, yung reputation niya.
Yung reputation na lang.
Na parang pag sinabi mong best center in the league, hanggang ngayon stick lagi Junmar. Pero when you talk about this past season, I think naman it's safe to say Arwin was the best.
And it shows in the numbers.
Naman, it shows in the numbers. And this is not a shot at Junmar. This was his first season off of that injury.
Yeah,
so,
exactly.
Okay lang naman na bumuelo muna si Junmar. I'm just saying that if they made Scottie a forward, pwede sana si Bolick sa first team, ibababa mo si Junmar sa second team, and no one would bat an eye. No one would complain. Diba? So, yun lang naman. But, it is what it is. And naging anticlimactic tuloy.
Sobra.
Because when they awarded Bolick the second team,
wala na yung suspense agad eh.
Alam mo na okay, Scottie na to.
Wala na agad yung suspense.
Nawala agad. Okay. Moving on.
Okay. Moving on, of course. And the MVP goes to Scottie Thompson.
Tama. Again, ang hirap nito kasi people are gonna hate us na naman, but
naman we said naman talaga na, any one of them will be deserving.
They have their own
reasons for winning the award.
Yeah.
It's just that I still totally stand by it that it's still Berto for me.
Berto pa din.
Because if you're gonna look at it in the true essence of the word, most valuable player, it's really Robert Bolick because
pag tinanggal mo,
pag tinanggal mo si Berto, talagang wala eh. Wala talaga yung Northport pupuntahan.
I forget, pero sinend sa atin yung nakita ko
because Ginebra will survive without Scottie. And for the people who are saying that hindi nanalo ang Ginebra pag wala si Scottie. But then again, they are still a very talented team without Scottie there.
Literal. For all there are kabarangays who have an open mind. And I respect all of you. Wala tayong problema dyan. But for those kabarangays na medyo may certain emotion kada sinasabi namin yung hindi namin pinipili yung player, it doesn't mean na hindi sila magaling. Okay? Here's the ultimate question. Do you honestly can you honestly look anyone in the eye and say that the Barangay Ginebra Gin Kings without Scottie would be a non-playoff team? Can you actually say that without Scottie Thompson, a team with Japet, Stanley, Christian, LA, sino ba? Jeff, JD, sino pa ba? Aljon Mariano. Without those guys, mahina kayo. Ay, without Scottie, na yun lang mga yun na nandun, mahina kayo. Hindi talaga eh. Malakas ang Ginebra, guys. Again, hindi ko tinatanggal. Scottie makes them, Scottie puts them on a different level, obviously. But we're talking about value. It's not, I'm not saying Scottie or Berto has a higher, individually, I'm not saying Berto has a higher value than Scottie because both of them are valuable. I'm saying, pag tinanggal mo sila sa team nila, sino yung mas magda-drop? And also, there can only be one champion per conference.
Yeah.
In the NBA per season. I will not punish a guy who did everything, buhat, lahat ginawa niya, pero hindi siya nag-champion. I will not punish him just because hindi siya nag-champion. Because at the end of the day, ang daming hindi nag-champion na mga legend. And it's not because hindi sila magaling, because their teams weren't built to win chips. So, I will not punish Berto na bumuhat ng 2 conference and you will tell me hindi siya mag-MVP dahil hindi siya nag-champion. Parang unfair naman yun. Hindi mo pwedeng i-punish yung tao. Hindi mo pwedeng.
Because yun nga wala eh. If wala yung tao dun sa team na yun, di baka wala nga panalo yun eh.
Wala. Yung, it showed. In the first bubble, na wala siya, pare sila noon? 1-something, 2?
Oo.
Pare, mahina talaga sila pag wala.
Puta, pag nandun sa loob, sa kanya talaga lang gagaling lahat eh.
Sa kanya talaga. Again,
it is not who is the better player. It's
not.
You can't even compare because Berto is a point guard. Scottie is an all-around guy. Scottie is obviously the best all-around guy in the whole PBA. It's not even, you can't compare it player per player. You compare it what this player means to his team versus what this player means to his team. So hindi namin sinasabi na mas magaling si Berto kay Scottie because no, you can't even compare. Yes, Scottie is the best in his own right while Berto is the best in his own right. But based on their teams, and don't throw that, hindi naman to MVP ng team eh. Obviously, yun yung tinitignan mo. Hindi mo naman pwedeng tinignan na... That is the stupidest argument I've ever heard. We're not talking about the MVP of the team. We're talking about the MVP of the league. Saan mo binibase yun doon sa team niya?
Saan ba naglalaro yung player?
Pwede ko ba sabihin, hindi ko lang pwede sabihin, Scottie Thompson, based on Northport, ganito siya. No! Siyempre doon sa team niya. Siyempre si Jokic nag-MVP kasi yung value niya sa team niya. Anak ng toko naman yung argument din.
I will always use the Russell Westbrook comparison.
Tama.
Tanggalin mo si Russell Westbrook doon sa OKC dati.
Tama.
Sure, winless yun.
Tama. Yung Jokic, question. Bakit ang pinabato sa atin was, si Jokic, binuhat niya yung team niya hanggang playoffs.
Di naman sila umabot ng championship.
Di naman sila nag-champion. Pero binuhat niya. People say si Embiid may katulong. Si Jokic wala. Di ganun din si Berto. I'm not, no disrespect no disrespect to the Northport players.
They did not, Berto did not have the same supporting cast as Scottie. If we're gonna talk about that kind of argument, Scottie doesn't Berto doesn't have that supporting cast. Imagine you have Arwin there who's still putting up the numbers, but like, compare mo naman, di ba, sa Ginebra.
Ito na lang. People will say kasi na malakas din yung Northport, which is true. Arwin, Kevin, all those. Ang meaning namin ni Javi is, Berto makes all those guys work. Berto is the key to all of those guys working. Whether it be Kuya Arwin or Kevin or Malonzo, without Berto, those guys will not work as well as they did. Scottie, same, yes, same. Pero mas ano pa sa LA Tenorio?
Oo.
Siya may hawak ng bola eh.
Kaya nga eh.
But then again, guys hindi namin sinasabing hindi deserving si Scottie. Ang sinasabi natin, iba lang yung criteria natin. So obviously, our criteria is different from the PBA's criteria. Kasi yung criteria ng PBA, obviously, nasara ko na nga itong NBA na to. Talo na eh.
Talo na. Sobrang tambak.
So, ano na yun? Kumbaga, patay na naman tayo. I'm not even joking, man. Patay na naman tayo. But I'm nothing is gonna change how we feel about it. I mean, the same way naman na sila din. Nothing's gonna change their perception of Scottie dapat MVP, Scottie, which we respect. Again, we respect the decision. Congratulations to Scottie. Man, meron na siyang MVP sa trophy case niya. Sobrang deserving. I mean, from NCAA MVP na na-cover ko to now PBA MVP, wala akong masabi kay Scottie Thompson. That will not change. Pero yun nga, I'm just saying I cannot punish someone for not winning a chip.
Yeah.
I cannot, man. Binuhat eh. It's not like zero, hindi naman, sorry pero hindi naman naglaro sa Blackwater.
They still made the playoffs.
Pare, hindi naman to katulad ni CJ nung nasa Terra siya eh.
Iba.
Iba
it's
to.
Different. It's
iba
way
to.
different.
Binuhat
because
naman
he was
niya.
able to bring his team to a respectable place.
Hindi man niya binuhat all the way to the chip.
Yeah, but
binuhat
at least
niya to the max.
Yeah, to the best of his efforts. Kung saan talaga they overachieved for sure.
Pare naman, kalaban nila ng first conference, San Miguel.
Kaya nga eh.
Kabagnot, Lassiter. Di ba yun yung tumira siyang sobrang layo para lang manalo ng isa? Pare naman, kumbaga pinuhat din naman talaga niya. Bigay naman natin kay Berto yun, bro. Si Scottie, honestly, nung finals, grabe siya nung Final Four, pero nung finals, nag-LA Brownlee na yun.
Yep.
Di ba? Tayo. Well, you know, patay na naman tayo.
Patay tayo. Pero sige, pampalubag loob. I think this one really cements
wala.
his face of being the face of the PBA.
And actually, even if he didn't win the chip, even if he didn't win the MVP, he was already the face. Ano na talaga? Like, again, iba yung MVP sa the face. The face
what I'm saying, it just really cements.
Wala na talaga. No question.
anybody who says Scottie's not the face of the PBA, medyo ano na yan, medyo...
Especially after now.
Oo. Kasi problema, ginagawan pa ng issue yung picture ni Scottie. Bakit ba tinignan lang naman niya? Maganda naman talaga si AJ Rabala. Masyado yung nilalagay ng...
Tatalungin namin kayo. Kung
papatingin din kayo?
Kung kayo nasa harap niyo si AJ Rabal, di kayo titingin?
Tingin naman niya, pare. Namamanghalang.
Hindi ba pwede appreciation lang?
Hindi naman ang mamanyak. Namamanghalang. Grabe naman
parati,
kayo.
Nangunguna kayo parati. Di naman nyo alam kung ano nangyayari sa utak ng tao.
Malas din talaga no? Na-click talaga. Feeling ko pa, knowing Scottie dumaan lang yung tingin niya. Dumaan lang. Para siguro, si AJ Rabal. Ganun lang. Puta, na-click. Patay ka di ha. Hindi, pero ano lang naman
talaga ngayon, mga ilig
comedy lang naman yun. Comedy. Sakto si Scottie. Nakakatawa.
Makita lang na parang nakatingin ng masama. Akala mo, agad yung ginagawa eh.
Malay mo, sabi lang ni Scottie, ang ganda ng dress ni AJ makabili nga ng ganito para sa asawa. Pwede din naman ganun.
Pwede naman.
Or maganda yung kwintas or yung hika or something, di ba?
Parati yung assumption ng mamanyak eh.
Nahuli talaga lap trip. Alam mo yung hindi mo mabawi? Kanyari ko si Scottie parang wala eh. Pero congratulations Scottie, man. And this will just cement himself again as a legend already in the league.
Yeah,
honestly, man. If Scottie, of course, it won't happen. But if Scottie retires today, wala, kasama siya sa
storied career.
Kasama siya sa ilan na ba ngayon ang PBA? 25? Mag-50 na, no? Feeling ko kasama siya sa 50 greatest. Or am I reaching? Pero if he retires today, parang feeling ko...
I don't think he'll be reaching.
Parang pwede na no? Top 50
nakailang chips na rin siya.
Oo, pare. Tapos may finals MVP ka na, dalawa. Yeah. May isang MVP ka. Mythical. I don't know if you
And
then yung magnitude niya.
Yeah, yung
cultural impact niya. Cultural impact.
Tsaka he is one of the best all-around players the league has ever seen.
Okay, I'm not reaching. If he retires, ngayon, 47th season? Let's say he retires, lock on wood. Siyempre, hindi naman mangyayari, guys. Huwag yung seryosohin. Pero like, if he retires 49th season, actually, he doesn't need to retire pala. Hindi naman pala kailangan retired para mapasama ka sa top 50.
Hindi.
Nga pala kasi sa NBA nga pala, may kasama. Okay, hindi niya kailangan mag-retire kasi seryosohin na naman ng mga tao. Hindi niya kailangan mag-retire. Sa top 50, I think he has a shot.
He has a shot.
I'm not gonna call it because hindi naman natin memorize lahat ng player. Pero like, he has a shot of making it na.
Just by being the face of the PBA now and being one of the best all-around players the league has ever seen.
Okay. Sige, since people are hating us for putting Bolick over Scottie in terms of the MVP, in the MVP, we're talking about one season. Season, 2 conferences actually. Sorry, it wasn't even 3. 1 season. But if there was a top 50 player, I'd give it to Scottie over Berto.
Yeah. Because now we're talking about success in their career.
Cultural impact. Walang impact sa chips. MVP. Huwag niyo pa to sa akin yung naghihiyawan tao pag rebound si Scottie. Hindi kasama yun sa MVP race. Kasama yun sa top 50. So kung may top 50 ngayon, I gotta put Scottie there over Berto, over Kiefer, over Mikey, over all those guys. Over Pogoy, kahit favorite ko si Pogoy. Over Kevin Alas, I'm putting Scottie top 50. Yeah, I think
just by being with Ginebra, able to perform at that level with that much talent surrounding you. That is something.
Iba rin talaga yung dala ng Scottie Thompson. Iba talaga, bro. Iba talaga. I really love that guy, man. Again, yung MVP talk na yan, it's just one season. It doesn't change the fact. It doesn't change who Scottie is, man. Scottie is still a top 50 best player
ever. And also once in a generation talent.
Generational talent yan. And ako pare, like, iba yung sentimental effect sa akin ni Scottie. Kasi
of course, because you've seen him grow eh.
Nung 91, tinover na, mahiyain pa. Tapos, rumi-rebound siya, hindi pa ganun karaming tao sa arena kasi syempre NCAA, may mga games kami, 12 noon, di ba? Pero pare, pag rumi-rebound siya, talagang ngayon kasi lakas na nung hiyaw eh. Dati mahina lang, pero may hiyaw na talaga. So, grabe man. When I remember nung nalaglag sila and then umiiyak siya dun sa bench and then the whole crowd was like, Ginebra! Kasi nagre-ready na siya to make it to Ginebra. Bangko siya for the first couple of, I think the first 2, 3, first
first 2 conferences, bangko siya. And then nag-break out and then tuloy-tuloy na. Like, no words, man. And I think this was the last na wala siya. Season MVP. Kasi may BPC na siya,
BPC
diba?
na siya eh.
Okay, BPC. Ito na lang.
Ito na lang.
You obviously can't win Rookie of the Year.
Nag-DOP na ba siya?
Nag-defensive player. Siguro first team pwede. Sa dami ba naman ng rebounds nun eh.
Siguro.
First team. Pero yeah, I think this was the last. Kaya nga sabi ko sa'yo, kung mag-retire ngayon yan, ano na yan, legend.
For sure, pare. I don't think
wala na, bro.
Siguro naman walang mga away sa atin pag sinabi natin yun.
Wala. Legend yan, mag-retire siya. So yeah, I think that is the best thing. That is the best way to put it. That is the most toxic, objective way to put it. If you talk about this past season, I'll give Berto the MVP. But if you talk about best players in the league,
all time,
Scottie trumps almost everyone. Doon sa batch na yun, obviously tanggalin niyo yung older batch, pero doon sa batch na yun, Scottie. All right.
All right, moving on. So still no Mikey Williams for TNT. Contract negotiations have still not moved forward. And I read it was Coach Chot who is leading the negotiations on the TNT camp side because team manager Gabby Cuy is still reeling from the death of his brother. So, and Coach Chot was saying na maybe, I'm not doing a good job of...
I don't know if... No, Coach Chot, it's not you. It's the money.
It is.
It's the money.
He's just, being humble.
Alam naman natin si Coach Chot, very...
He will never be...
He will put himself. He will blame himself at all times. Which is respect. I always respect people who do that. Pero, it's always the money. Aminin na natin yan ngayon. Lahat ng gustong umimport sa labas, pera yan. And hindi natin sila masisisi. Pera yan, mga kaibigan. So, with Mikey, sinabi na sa akin ni Poy to dati. Ngayon, na-confirm. So, pwede ko nang ilabas. Yung contract niya, 2 years, pero if pag-champion siya dun sa una.
May renegotiation.
May renegotiation siya. So, nag-champion siya, which by the way, that is guts. Like, Mikey knew what he would bring. Yeah. And that the first conference pa lang, pinag-championan niya.
I don't think there's been any other player with that kind of clause in their contract. At least maybe in recent memory.
Sige, 2 years. Pero pag nag-champion ako sa una, ulitan. Putang ina. Hayop. So it's the money. It's not Coach Chot. Coach Chot has given Mikey all the leeway to really showcase his talent and give him all the space. It's the money, bro.
And it's also very complicated kasi it's extra complicated with dealing with Mikey because obviously Mikey already played in the G League.
Yep.
So he knows that he has value overseas and he will always use that as leverage. At least for me, that's my thinking because it's not comparing them to the other players here who go abroad. Si Mikey kasi galing abroad.
Galing abroad talaga eh. Kumbaga, in all honesty, parang pinagbigyan lang niya yung Pilipinas eh.
Mismo.
Parang sige,
so that's why talaga ganun yung pag-asta niya eh.
Hindi mo ma
And I can't blame him.
Tayo na G-League eh. G-League. Hindi naman yung katulad ng mga imports natin.
Hindi siya yung parang bangko na whatever.
Gumagawa siya talaga nun eh. So, ano na talaga, kumbaga, it's the money. And honestly, talagang I don't see a PBA team being able to match. It's not that they don't want to. It's because it's, again, at the end of the day, first world versus third world. Wala tayong, talaga, laban. Kahit gustuhin, wala eh. Iba yung pera doon. First world eh. So, ito na lang yung biggest question ko. Was it worth it? Picking him at number 4. Yeah, you got one chip. Give it. But that was it. Kunyari, hindi na siya pumirma ngayon. Kunyari, umalis na siya. Which, by the way, I really believe may malaking chance na hindi na siya pumirma. Kasi grabe yung pay diff eh. And with Mikey, we're not even just talking about B-League. We're talking about iba-ibang continent na talaga. Kasi pare galing siyang States eh.
Yeah.
So his name was already out there to begin with. Itong mga galing sa atin, na-discover lang yan ng Japan, ng Korea, pero hindi pa tayo na-discover ng mga tipong Italy, ganun. Malay natin kung ano yung mga offer ni Mikey. With Mikey, hindi Japan, tsaka Korea, tsaka Taiwan ang kalaban mo dyan. Ibang bansa na talaga.
The whole world actually.
Kumbaga parang
maybe
Brownlee.
save for the NBA lang.
Parang Pringle tsaka Brownlee yan.
Oo.
Diba? Kumbaga parang Chris Macolo. Ganon, exactly like Chris Macolo. So, looking forward, if he does sign, good for all of us. We can see Mikey. But if he doesn't sign, which I believe malaking chance talaga na hindi na, was it worth it? Yeah, you got one chip in the bubble. Which by the way, iba yung bubble chip, parang Disneyland chip ni LeBron yan. Iba pa din yun.
Tsaka parang, for me, totally not right now because...
Not right now, no? Nung time na yun, syempre.
Nung time na yun, yeah. But not right now because obviously, you'd love to see the guy live. Pucha.
Oo naman. Hindi ko siya napanood.
NBA G League, NBA caliber talent. At G League caliber talent.
Grabe siya nun.
You would want to see that guy play live.
Grabe siya nun talaga. When I watched him live, iba talaga. But yun nga. Yeah. When TNT won the chip, everyone was saying, puta sulit. Ganyan. But like now, after 2 conferences with TNT, 1 bubble chip, and then 1 they lost to Ginebra dun sa quarters ata. And then now, let's say, di na siya matuloy. Worth it? They could have picked Santi. Santi
went number 5.
Santi went number 5. I think it's just Santi at this point because Adamos hasn't really broken out. Muyang hasn't broken out. Jerick Ahanmisi, Laput, Pasaol. I think it's just Santi.
And now the way that Santi is playing, especially after that first game, he looks very comfortable.
You know what? Looking back, di ba si Trolliano? Ay galing Blackwater si Trolliano. Pero yun yung kasama doon sa ikot.
Oo, kasama siya doon sa rotation.
Si Enciso.
Yon pala yon. Tama.
So Enciso could still be with them. Enciso lang, diba? Enciso.
Simon, balik ka na.
So Enciso,
if
they didn't make that trade, Enciso was sent to Blackwater. Trolliano was sent to NLEX.
Yeah.
And then the fourth pick was sent to TNT.
Yeah.
Yeah,
shit, man.
So they used Mikey for 2 conferences. They got 1 chip, no doubt. They got 1 chip, but now moving forward,
I think it just really trumps the way that same thing with what's happening with NLEX right now. It just really trumps the way that they're looking long term, their plans long term.
Iba yung long term.
Kasi parang yun NLEX with Kiefer, parang should we move on from Kiefer already? Should we put him out of the picture?
Or
same with TNT right now. Should we put Mikey out of the picture already? Sino na yung next na i-groom natin as the next phase of the franchise? Because obviously Jason is in the twilight of his career. He's still putting up the numbers. Pero
si Troy
siya pa rin naman.
Pero Troy, it was more of
it's gonna in a few years time, you're gonna have to have someone to take the mantle.
Nawala, no? It was Mikey na eh.
Wala eh. Si Mikey na talaga
wala, pare. Like, I love Pogoy, Eram, Troy. Ang ganda ng team nilang binubuo nila doon. But iba yung meron ka pa ding cornerstone. May centerpiece ka pa din dapat. Kahit gaano kaganda yung hardin mo, kung wala kang centerpiece, wala kang fountain, that makes everything different. So,
saan ka talaga magaling, brother, kung
kailangan mo ng Mikey, kailangan mo ng gitna. So, paano yun? Sino? Wala pa at this point. Tingnan natin, mali naman natin magawa ng paro ni Coach Chok yan. Diba? Hindi naman natin alam.
Sabi naman nila, hindi pa naman tapos eh.
Hindi pa naman tapos. Yun ang importante, hindi pa tapos.
Hindi pa naman daw malabo.
Tama. Okay.
May chance pa rin.
So before we go move on to the PBA, dun muna tayo sa mga nag-i-import.
Okay. Sige. Ano masasabi mo?
Honestly, yung comment ko dun sa grad pick ni SJ, that was just me, the usual. Hindi ka nalalaro kasi graduate ka na. Inaasar ko lang siya. I didn't know there was something there. But when he replied, na parang nag-iisip siya, doon ako parang, parang may something So when the news came out yesterday, in a way shocked ako, but in a way parang, ito pala yun.
Pero nagulat ako because I was really looking forward to them na bumawi.
Oo.
And I'm sure even UP. I'm sure even UP was like, wala si SJ. Kumbaga ito na nga yung...
Tsaka pa, ako for me, parang, ang baduy lang, parang, obviously UP is gonna go for the back-to-back and Ateneo wants revenge. Yeah. But like, if UP wins the chip, people are gonna say, maybe even more so the Ateneo fans. Parang, wala na kasi si SJ.
Wala si SJ, umalis si Mamu. Mamu may 1 year pa. Si
Tyler,
umalis. Si Jolo, umalis. Bro, you lose Tyler Tio, Gian Mamuyak, and SJ Belangel in one off-season, which is
your backcourt rotation is totally wiped out.
And we're talking about the shortest off-season in UAAP history. We're not even talking about the full year. We're talking about a few months na wala pa. Bro, so talagang...
The next guard up will be Fortsky na yata.
Fortsky, BJ, Dave. Yun na. Si Kun. Ganun na, pare. So, big blow to the Ateneo program. But
sobra talaga. Because you lost pretty much that crew na nawala. Yun yung mga stabilizers.
You know what, bro? You basically lost your 2019 champion team.
Yeah.
Si Ange na lang natira, no?
Si Ange na lang, yeah.
BJ, pero bango naman BJ nun eh.
Oo.
Cholo, wala na. Verano. So
wala
basically,
na si
wala na rin ba? Oh, so you lose your 2000. Yun na lang ata yung huling bakas ng 2019.
Rafi is gonna play... wait lang.
Pero ngayon nasa 3x siya. So anyway, either way, wala din naman si Rafi yung 19 eh. So nung 19 na tinalo nila yung UST sa finals with 30 MVP, si Ange na lang ang natira. At least from the main rotation na. Wag tanggalin muna natin yung mga... Pero yung main core, wala na. Damn, bro. I just realized that now. Okay. So that's a big blow. So talagang bro, I can see a UP dynasty. I mean,
talaga.
We're not taking away the magic of Coach Tab because alam naman natin Coach Tab magic. But on paper, I can see a UP dynasty. In the making,
man.
In the making.
For sure.
Kasi puta, puro bata.
I think we saw this naman from the start with the way, these guys will grow up with each other and puta first year pa lang champion.
Pero may fear pag may SJ sa kabila.
Siyempre. Kasi
ngayon parang
talaga,
ngayon parang Fortsky needs to prove himself.
Oh yeah, he will have to speed
sarap
up
din, pero masarap
maturity.
din bro, second year pa lang na.
Oh, I mean, good for him. So it might be a blessing in disguise.
I'm sure
for the Ateneo fans to have Fortsky mature faster than what he was expected to do.
And I'm sure he's gonna jump on that opportunity. Baka nga nung nalaman niyang
he was a standout player naman in high school.
Malamang nung nalaman niya alis si SJ, diretso gym yan eh. Puta, ako na.
Sure.
Kasi syempre si Coach Tab will put a lot of on Fortsky, diba? But talking about SJ, wala eh. Masyado siya magaling. Kinuha na siya ng Korea eh.
Yeah, and after that shot talaga,
sinabi na ng Korea.
Some sort of a celebrity siya dun.
Korea natin yan. Pero wala, he well-deserved, man. And again, you can't blame a kid who is about to make millions.
Yeah. And
damn,
kasi parang he wants to take the next step na rin because obviously he's gonna get his degree already. He's graduating in a few weeks ba? Few months.
Oh, few months. Oh, and from a very reliable source, family, whether it be brother, sister, mom, dad, lolo, lola, tito, tita, basta family ang nagiging agent nitong mga bata sa KBL. So talagang it's more, kumbaga it's more personal.
Yeah.
Talagang
and influential.
They're looking out for what's best dun sa anak nila or dun sa apo nila or whatever. Basta family daw talaga. So I think that's a safer route than getting someone who basically wala namang pakialam talaga yan. Like they're just making money. Pero yung family thing and I won't be surprised. Of course, I don't have confirmation kung dad ni SJ or mom ni SJ yung nakipag-usap. But I know that SJ's dad is very active and very present in SJ's career. Talagang parang maybe I can compare, I don't know more or less, but more or less parang si Jet Nieto.
He's also actually a hooper. I got to play with him already once.
Talaga? Daddy ni SJ? Solid.
Marunong din siya maglaro, pare.
So, I'm really happy for SJ, of course, moving on to KBL. I don't know kung ano na ba talaga. Kasi sinabi ni SJ, biglang hindi pa sure. Pero like, come on, man. Basically, basically, kinonfirm ni SJ na may offer siya.
Oo.
He didn't confirm the decision, but he confirmed there was an offer. And
I think
in all honesty, bro.
I think we're just waiting for him to sign.
Imposible hindi ka pumirma. Bata ka, may pag-asa kang ganun. Ota naman, di ba? So, no doubt. Ang naiisip ko lang, brother.
Ilan taon na ba siya? 23? 22?
Hindi, pare. Ang alam ko parang
21 pa lang ba?
2021 pa lang.
Pero
ang iniisip ko lang dyan, Gov Janvic. Tapatan mo yung mga opera.
Bro, I think as early as now, ganun na yung ginagawa niya.
Pare, si Boss Al Francis mukhang tinapatan yung abando eh.
Bro,
malamang. Huwag kang alis. Huwag kang alis. Hindi umalis. Kaya rin ni Gov John Vic yan.
Kayang-kaya, pare.
Huwag kang aalis ha. Si Carl. Alagaan natin si Carl ha. Diba? So pwede na. Like, diba?
Si JD, alagaan niya.
Si JD, alagaan si Fortea, si Alarcon, alagaan natin lahat yan. Gova, ikaw na bahala. Okay.
We have trust in you.
Good job to SJ. I'm very excited for him. But yeah. So,
okay, let's go to the PBA games yesterday. First game, rain or shine, Wanna get converged. This was a very exciting game. I got to watch the end of the third quarter until the fourth. Bo Belga turning back the hands of time.
Ginawang trumpo yung bata
namin. Talagang may asim pa talaga si Kuya Bo. Grabe.
Sabi nga ni Jeyo ngayon lang siya nakita ng ganun. Sabi ko yung slow fake, signature move ni Kuya Bo, yung pinakamabagal na fake na may kumakagat pa din which you can't blame Jeyo. Jeyo was just like, sa ako si Jeyo kanina for a while, if you saw my stories, ladies and gentlemen, parang nag-usap kami ni Bo and then pinost ko, so nag-usap din kami ni Jeyo. Sabi ko kay Jeyo, okay lang yan, Brad. At least si Bo Belga na gumawa sa'yo. Isipin mo na lang, sabi ko, Jeyo, isipin mo na lang. Last week, ang kalaban mo, Warren Bonifacio, tsaka Arvin Gamboa. This week, kalaban mo na ngayon, Bo Belga. Just the difference between in 2 weeks, a week or two, crazy. There's nothing more to say about Kuya Bo. Obviously, he will continue to do that with rain or shine. Ang ganda ng tinakbo nila kahapon. But I'm really proud of Arana and Ambohod.
Bro, these guys, they were able to hold their own. Impressive debuts. They didn't really, put up the numbers. 7 and 6 points. Jeyo had 7. Arana had 6.
Bro, pero for a rookie,
in your first PBA game, going up against an experienced front court, this might not be the biggest front court, but obviously one of the most physical.
Yeah.
Still.
Tsaka I will say this. I would rather have a rookie with not mind-blowing stats, pero kita mo yung kaya niyang dalhin, versus someone whom, kung nag-25 points si Arana, 25-12, let's say 20-12, alam mo namang parang sunerte.
Oo.
Pero yung ganito, alam mong stable. Only way is up.
Yeah,
Only way is up for both of them.
Because by putting up huge numbers in your first game, parang it gives you unwanted pressure. But of course, solid kung magawa mo.
Pero parang ayaw mo yun. Ayaw mo rin sa mental ng bata yun.
What we're saying is it's gonna be doubly hard for you now.
Kasi at the end of the day,
because now you put an X at your back.
Pare. At saka hanggang saan mo lang kaya i-save sarili mo. Hanggang chamba lang yun. Pero the end of the day, parang sa loob, siguro kung rookie ka, parang wag naman sana sa first game. I mean, gusto ko mag-20 obviously, pero wag naman sana sa first game. Diba? Pero ang ganda ng nilaro nila. Very stable, very, workhorse. And this is exactly what I told Justin. Dito, di ka mo problema na scoring. Rebound, pick, di ba? Nandiyan si Jeron, nandiyan lahat mga scorers. So, and I'm very happy with the NCAA boys kasi 3 silang NCAA doon nagpapalitan. Adamos started. So, these 3 NCAA guys, centers in the NCAA, very happy for them. And yun,
Puta,
Converge
kinabahan
is
ako kay
looking
Jeron ka. They are.
They're looking good.
Kinabahan ako kay Jeron kahapon.
Ano nangyari?
Tagal lang dito mayo.
Ano
Putik
bang ginawa
na yan.
niya? Sa nakawa?
Nahulog siya eh. Nahulog siya. Na-foul ata siya. I forget how he fell down. Basta pare, tagal niya sa sahig. Tapos putang inang nagpahinga lang ata eh. Puta, pagtayo. Puta, takbo agad sa bench.
Ano naman yun, brad eh? Robocup Junior naman.
Oo, bro.
Inda lang yan. Okay. Again, congratulations to Rain or Shine. Converge is looking good. I'm really, really happy for Converge. I mean, I think they really need to move on muna from the saga kay Mav and Abu. And looking at this team right here, no shot at Mav and Abu, but they're gonna live.
Palag to.
They're gonna live even without those two. So this is not a Mikey Williams. You get what I'm saying? This is not a Mikey Williams situation. This is not a Matthew Wright situation. This is not a Matthew Wright situation. This is a, kung ayaw nyo, okay lang kami. Kung gusto nyo, welcome kayo. So this is not a Matthew Wright, Mikey Williams situation. So
that's right.
As well as JV Mokon.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not. Iba yung Matthew Wright, Mikey Williams.
I mean, syempre, di ba, again, no shot to these players. But
no shot.
Guys, I'm sure they will also say na talagang yung caliber ni Mikey, diba?
Reality lang. Kumbaga yung value ng Mikey tsaka ng Matthew sa teams nila, iba. JV wasn't there yesterday, but you didn't really feel a hole. Because Mike was solid, Santillan was solid. Converge yesterday, talo sila, but I don't feel the hole.
Bro, yung Alex Stockton,
Ang galing ng Alex Stockton.
Na.
Pero meron talaga opensa yun eh.
Di lang talaga nagagamit ng college kasi marami siyang teammates na mas magaling opensa.
Pero pare,
so, ang trabaho niya lang dati, depensa. Ang kulit ng kalaban.
Ganda ng mga galaw niya halika.
Pero ngayon,
tapos,
wala naman masyadong tao sa rotation.
Sipin mo pa, yung De Gregorio malas.
Yun nga eh.
Yung Alin, hindi pa masyado pumuputok.
Wala,
bro,
si Alin
yung Morel nga, hindi ginamit eh. Yung Taylor Brown, hindi ko rin alam ba't hindi biglang ginamit. Kasi ang ganda na nilalaro niya sa tune-up, talking about David Morel. So I was hoping he would get a lot of minutes. But I'm just saying, like, they have pieces to try and cover up the absence of sino to?
Mav and Abu.
Si Abu, honestly, isn't Abu undersized for a center?
Yeah, he's like 6'5", 6'4".
Okay.
Justin is taller than him.
Okay, so I'll rather develop Justin and Jayo. I'd rather develop Justin and Jayo. Develop na natin. These are legitimate centers. Si Abu, 4 naman yan nung
4 si
high
Abu
school.
talaga.
Itong dalawa, legitimate centers for all Filipino conferences. So, may ito subigay na natin. Again, they're gonna have to move on from that at some point. Pero we'll see what happens. There's negotiations naman ng Converge.
All right. Next game was TNT wins over Magnolia by 678-72. Troy Rosario leads the way with 22 points. Bro, you know who I was most impressed with in this game though? Glenn Cobontin.
Galing ni Glenn kahapon. Galing ni Glenn.
To think,
may 3 points. Puta.
Tsaka iba na siya gumalaw. May galaw na. Ang ina nung college, ang trabaho lang naman yan. Tirador lang yan eh.
Tsaka para siyang stiff nung college.
Stiff talaga. Pero
ngayon pare, may galaw. Tsaka pag pinanood,
kung may fade away na parang
pare, tapos
putang ina.
Nung nakita ko yung unang shoot, sabi ko, sino yun? Kasi parang yung buhok niya, parang
yung buhok niya, iba.
Parang sino yung bagong player? Biglang kubot. Sabi ko, puta, yun po. I have known Glenn since Letran Squires pa yan. Pero like, tama ka naman doon. His job really was, he was stiff. Very physical, brusco. Ngayon, pare, may finesse. So, eto pare, say what you want. Like, okay, like we've already agreed that Coach Chot may not be the best international coach at the moment. But say what you want, man. But on the PBA level, bro, nahahanapan niya talaga ng panalo eh.
Bro, talaga.
Pare, walang Mikey. Bro.
Tsaka, you can never take away the resume that he has built. 5-time coach of the year.
Grabe, bro. Like,
I think he's the coach. I think he has the most coach of the year awards.
Bro,
I think.
Say what you want, but that Magnolia team is way more stacked. Okay, maybe not way more stacked, but losing Mikey Williams is obviously big.
Mm-hmm.
But bro, like
And Coach
nahahanap.
Chot said it yesterday. They were bleeding for their points, but they were still able to hack out.
Pare, laging dikit eh. Pare, pag nanonood ka, ako napanood ka, I don't know if you watch, but pag nanonood ka, parang feeling mo laki na ng lamang ng Magnolia.
Oo, pare.
Para biglang
Kasi
pagkikita mo.
hirap talaga umupensa yung TNT yesterday.
Pero makukulat ka, lamang. Lamang. Tapos nung bandang huli, nag-run pa sila. Jason Castro, like, say what you want about Coach Chot, but on this level, PBA, pare, ang galing pa rin talaga. Talagang, I'm not gonna say out-coached because magaling din si Coach Chito. It's more of, even with any lineup, kulang man o kumpleto, Coach Chot will find the way. For Magnolia naman, parang yung Magnolia, parang nabibitin ako lagi.
Bakit? Ba't mo naman sabi?
Hindi, kasi malakas talaga eh. Malakas talaga. They're one of the most fun teams to watch in the league.
Yeah.
Pero parang biglang nabibitin sa panalo. Kapon, nabitin.
Although weren't they number 1 last year?
Oh,
last conference.
Nabibitin sila. Kahapon nabitin sila sa panalo. Last conference, number 1 sila. Pero nabitin sila pagdating dun sa semis ata or quarters.
Yeah, semis na.
Pero lagi nga nabibitin. So yesterday, parang nabitin din ulit. But, first game,
yeah,
you can't really gauge on the first game.
And wow, Mark Barroco was really aggressive.
Yung galing.
Yesterday. Kaso parang he fizzled out nung second half eh. Kasi nung first quarter parang 10 points, 12 points na yata siya eh. And he only finished with 14. Oo, pare. Si ano yan eh, simple grind yan.
Actually, I was gonna say that. I wanna commend simple grind and true focus. Because you can really see their effect. Jeron Teng, true focus. Alex Stockton, simple grind.
Oo.
Baroka, simple grind.
Yeah. Poly, simple grind also.
Gio also, simple grind. Si True Focus kahapon, it was Jeron, David Morel, hindi naglaro masyado. Sino pa ba simple grind?
True Focus, yun lang.
Sean! Sean pala better ata, si Sean.
Oh.
Pero like, you can really see their effect on these players. And
I mean, Jeron was able to reinvent his game. Not a lot of people were really expecting him to make a dent at impact-wise sa PBA.
May 3 points.
But look at him now.
May 3 points. I gotta comment.
Sabi na yung bitaw. Dati.
May lag eh.
May hits eh.
Ngayon okay na. I really gotta commend these guys. And also the players because they're really investing in these things already. Like they know ito yung puhunan nila. Oo, gagastos ka para kumuha ka ng trainer, but you gotta spend to earn. I think it's something that you have to understand, especially
investment
when you're
playing.
Investment yan. Kung hindi mo gagawin yan, hindi mo makukuha yung susunod na kontrata mo.
Mismo. Kasi maglalabas ka lang naman ng konti to get more.
Exactly. And that is what LeBron has taught all of us. Grabe yung nilalabas niyang pera sa recovery lang niya. Recovery lang yun ha. Million. Pero
Guy
yung return naman,
millions of dollars on his body.
He spends millions and now he's earned his first billion. Ganun ang spend to earn. Pare, like, no doubt. Ang ganda ng you gotta commend these trainers and you gotta commend the evolution of training. Also yung Aitona, Demesa.
Pare.
Commend din Aldo Panlilio. Commend also all the trainers na talagang nagtutulong.
They're really doing their jobs.
Galing. So, diba, it was a great opening day for the PBA.
I'm really looking forward to it because I feel like this conference parang yung medyo patas eh. Alam mo yun yung parang walang alam mong sobrang matatalo parate. It's gonna be competitive every game for sure.
Bro, so Wednesday nga, competitive. Terraforma
pare.
Ang saya nun. Tapos Phoenix, San Miguel. Oh my God. Okay na, mauna si Boss Ronald. Got time ticket. Okay na. So we're gonna watch it on Wednesday. Okay, meron pa ba tayo nakakalimutan?
That's it. Well, I mean, Golden State was able to tie the series.
Tambak!
Game 107-88. Talagang, I think most of us expected this. You cannot go 2-0 against Golden State, especially on their home floor. And for the people who are saying that it was gonna be Boston winning in 6 games,
no, it's not gonna be Boston.
I don't think so. I still have Golden State in 6 because also of the championship experience. Ito Boston first time sa finals eh.
And
Didn't we? I think we did predict na Golden State yung game 2.
Yeah.
We did. It's not a surprise. Okay. All right. Yun.
Yeah.
Thank you very much always for the support, people. Please join Hoops Up on Viber and also the Shoot First community on Facebook for continuous basketball discussions. It's gonna be a great week. I think wala muna, but then on Wednesday, balik tayong PBA. Okay, kita-kita tayo bukas. Tawid Tuesday tayo tomorrow. The name is Mikey Reyes.
This has been Abby Palanya.
Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Peace and love. And we'll see you all tomorrow.